Hey YouTube, it's Mitchell Z back with another video. I just wanted to do a quick length check because I am thinking of possibly doing a no heat challenge, a personal challenge, and I wanted to get exact measurements. So if you want to check that out, stay tuned. Okay, so this is my hair in its current state. Right now it is straight. Some of the videos that I've been uploading recently are actually videos from April and May. And what I was trying to put together was a series of videos while my hair was straight to show you some of the things that I do throughout the week. So I do still have one more coming up out of that series where I do a braid out on my straightened hair just before I wash it. The last time that I straightened my hair before this was in May, like the first week of May, and then I wore it straight for like a whole week. I went for the next few months without using any heat on my hair. I may have like stretched my curls a little bit. I remember one time I wanted it to sit a little bit lower, my wash and go. So I did use the blow dryer at the roots. But for the most part, I was just wearing wash and goes, and I did that for like 2 months. I straightened my hair again in July, and that's when I gave myself a really good trim. And now since then, since the trim, I've still noticed some growth. So what I did is I gave myself another trim this month. So this is the result of that, because I'm starting to see that I'm growing out the layers a little bit better, and it's starting to thicken up a little bit. So I thought that this would actually be a really good opportunity for me if I were to lay off the heat for a few months. I could actually see like maybe another 3 to 4 inches of growth. 3 to 4 inches means 6 to 8 months. So that would actually be a really long time for me as far as not using heat, because I have mentioned other times that my whole first year of being natural, I was straightening my hair once a month. And then after a while, I started getting to the point where I would wait 2 months, 3 months. So the 2 or 3 month mark is not a big deal for me, but anything past that, I really haven't done that this whole time that I've been natural, and I've been natural for 4 years. So I'm still playing around with the idea. I'm not exactly sure if I'm going to do a no heat challenge, and if I do one, I'm not exactly sure for how long. I think I can definitely get in 3 months, but I don't know. I am curious, like if I laid off it until, you know, from now, which is August, until December, which would be about 4 months, see how much I can retain within that time frame. So I wanted to show you the exact date right now. Friday, August the 16th. I'm going to go ahead and do my length check, and this time no t-shirt. I still haven't found the length check t-shirt that I made, so I'm just gonna have to use tape measure. So here's my tape measure. This is the one that I'll be using, and you can get this at any craft store or even like Walmart, Target. I started some of these measurements already last night, so I already know a couple of them, but I wanted to do them on camera. And this really is just to give myself a visual, because I think sometimes I psych myself out and tell myself that my hair is not actually growing when it really is. So I'm gonna go from here, because this is how deep my bangs go. And I'm trying to keep track of my bangs. Okay, this is not as easy as it looks. Okay, so that's about 8. Okay, now I'm gonna do the side. I have layers, so I think what I'm gonna pay attention to, because I've got this top part that's like right about here, and then the bottom part. So I'm gonna measure the bottom part. getting about 12 right there on the side. I'm having some difficulty. This is not as easy as it looks. Okay, so I'm gonna do this side. So I'm gonna use this pen. Getting like 13 on this side. I'm gonna try and do the back. I really don't even know if I'm gonna be able to do it or not. But I'm gonna take the tape measure from here, from like the top of my head. I mean, I'm not even sure if this is how you do it or not. But okay, so I'm gonna bobby pin it in there. Okay, so that's the start of it there. Okay, so I've got like this is the back, coming from the top. Then I'm gonna just do one from like this midpoint here. Okay, so that's actually coming up to about 12 and a half. Okay, and then I guess there would just be, you know, how far from APL and all that kind of stuff. So, so I'm pulling it down, and this is where it's sitting right now. Okay, and then in the back. I'm pretty sure you've noticed, and what I've noticed is that my hair is pretty much consistent with the length that I've had since the start of the year. And what I've been doing is cutting the bottom layer and trying to encourage this top layer to catch up, because it was like up here. Because in September last year, if you remember, I have a video where I cut my hair, and so what I wanted was like this rounder shape. And I had just kind of missed the way my braid outs and my wash and goes looked when my hair was a little bit more layered. But then I noticed that whenever I wore it, I would always have like this bottom layer hanging out here by itself, and then my hair would look a little bit sparse and not as thick around the bottom. So I guess I've been trying to help thicken that up. I want to just kind of take it from here. I think that the front part, I really like this right here, so I'm not sure yet if I'm even going to grow this out. The only thing I don't like about it is when I wear wash and goes, I end up using braids or twists or something to kind of keep this part back, or I pin it back a lot because when it's curly it is like way too short. So I'm debating that. And then to these front pieces, I'm almost fine with them just kind of hanging out like this, honestly, and being about this length. So I guess what I'm really trying to grow out is like the back and deeper along the sides here. I'm just really curious at this point to see where my hair can go. If I really want to push for extra length and retain all of my length, it would really mean to lay off of blow dryers, lay off of the flat iron, curling iron. Direct heat on my hair, I think, is the most damaging for me. I usually at least need to trim a little bit off every once in a while where I see splits, and I think I wouldn't have to do that if I laid off the heat for a few months. The question is whether or not I can actually go a few months without using heat. Now, of course, anyone can, right, if you put yourself to it, but for me, I kind of know. I kind of get that itch. I just want to see my length, I guess. So I start at first wanting to have stretch styles instead of the wash and go. And then I start thinking, well, if I blow dry my hair and stretch it out like that, my braid out will be even longer. And then I start wanting to see my hair straight just so that I can see the length. So I think that's a part of it for me, waiting until December before I get to see how much length I've grown. I think that's the part that will be the hardest. So I'm still sort of not sure if I'm going to do a no heat challenge for 4 months. 6 months would be best, but I think 4 months is probably more reasonable for me. And if I do, though, I will definitely announce it, and I will refer people back to this video for my official length check. I still have some warm temperatures here in Colorado this month and next month, so I probably could still just wash and go those first couple of months, and then it'll be the second 2 months that I'll have to concentrate more on protective styles and stretching my hair. So stay tuned for the next few videos, and I will keep you posted. Until next time, thanks for watching. Bye.